interesting video clips and hopefully give you some basic knowledge of Japan's wonderful history of their B movies. And for those of you who are very familiar with Godzilla, etc., hopefully you will get some nice memories coming back to you of this wasted days. Anyway, I'm going to start off with an interesting video clip introduced by none other than Captain Picard Patrick Stewart.
His ability to cut to the core of what the scene was about. You couldn't take your eyes off it. He could tell a whole story with just a gesture or with the raising of an eyebrow. And we've all heard about his temper, about the people he stepped on his way to the top. But despite all that, or perhaps even because of it, he is beloved by millions the world over. In this business of stars and superstars, it will be no exaggeration to say that he is the biggest. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Godzilla.
The MTV Movie Awards presents the Lifetime Achievement Award to Godzilla.
As a result of the infuriating bureaucracy, whether it's the Department of Agriculture or Department of Immigration, unfortunately Godzilla cannot be with us tonight. But speaking on his behalf, her behalf, its behalf, the man who gives
chewing out the mother, but express their heartfelt gratitude and appreciation. I think, however, that Godzilla himself is the happiest of us all.
We'll get back to that. Everything you want to know about Japan's giant monsters, but we're afraid to ask. Yeah, it keep that level of humor all the way through. Okay. What does it mean? Well, for those of you who are into the language, that's the symbols for it. I don't know if it's hiragana or katakana because I suck at I told you I suck at that. Anyway, what it actually means is, well, pretty much the direct translation, there you go, strange beast. Pretty much uniquely created at that point in time with this kind of genre, literature. But the thing is, so we got other terms, mainly used as a kind of genre-specific thing, such as Kaiju, which is a monster movie. The most interesting one, as you can see, is Ultra Kaiju, which is to do with Ultraman. It's these bunch of guys here. But all from the same show. It's been running for quite some time. It also had its big 50th anniversary a few years ago. And it's still immensely popular. And you can find all these, like, as much as merchandise, just about as much as Godzilla. It says in the corner, how it all began. King Kong. American B-movies. Pretty much after the end of the Second World War, when the Americans pretty much had bases and did all sorts of stuff in Japan, they pretty much dumped all their culture, from like comic books to TV shows to movies. And some of the popular monster movies at the time that we probably would have seen would have been King Kong, Sun Kong, Mighty Jono, and most definitely, quite possibly, the second influence on Godzilla would be Beast from 20,000 Patents, which came from Ray Bradbury as well, short story in that. But really, the earliest, or the very first monster movie is The Lost World. Not Spielberg's epic, but it's a silent movie. It's literally the origin of stop-motion monster movies, where London gets it. It's great. Quite possibly one of the most important dates in Japanese history, and also for those interested in nuclear history, very important. Nuclear testing was rampant after the Second World War, as he tested lots of bombs randomly in the Pacific. And what caused a massive outcry was the fact that, like, this really bad newspaper clipping picture is that boat there is the Yankee Dragon #7, which was happily out there fishing in the Pacific, only to be hit by a nuclear blast wave, which pretty much ended up killing the entire crew from radiation sickness. And effectively, this and Beast from 20,000 Fathoms was pretty much the push for what was the most successful film franchise in history, Godzilla.